Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it may be for you. It is pretty late in the evening for me right now. I've got a plant in the way. It's been a while since I've made a video. To be honest, I've just kind of been in a seasonal funk. I'm sure a lot of you out there can relate. Everything's fine. I just kind of turtle up in the winter time. So if you're wondering about the goats, they're doing just fine. This isn't going to be much of a video about the goats right now because it's like 3 o'clock in the morning, but just been working a lot. They're doing great. They are adjusting really well to winter and really well to their big boy pen. Their coats are coming in a little bit thicker, and they've been very, very happy out there. They don't cry or anything like that. I was a little worried that when they transitioned from the porch pen to the big boy pen that they may fuss a little bit, but they seem to be really happy out there. They have figured out how to escape, so still need to do some adjustments there to keep them in there, but other than that, they're doing really well. So I'll try to do an update the next couple of days on them and let you all see them, and they're growing pretty good. So yeah, that's that on Bert and Ernie. They're doing great. For those of you that crochet, I am still crocheting, and that's pretty much what I've been doing as of lately. Haven't been doing a lot of fine art as far as mandalas or painting. I did a little bit of painting last week when I was at work. I have a very boring job when it is slow season, but it is a good thing because I do get to do arts and crafts while I'm at work, so can't really complain too much, you know. Anyway, lately though, I've been on a crochet kick. So I'm not sure exactly if I had posted about this or not. I can't remember. I haven't looked back yet, but I made a little bag, like a little purse. This was my very first ever crochet project, and it was originally supposed to be a blanket, but I abandoned that idea like halfway through and decided to make it into a purse. And of course, what's inside but more yarn. I did finish a project. I finished my first project, so go me, yay. The second thing that I worked on, if I can find them, I just had them. Oh, I made some fingerless gloves, and they turned out pretty good. I am rather impressed with them. They actually match fairly well. They fit really well, and yeah, they're pretty functional. So super easy. I went on YouTube and watched a tutorial, and I made myself a pair of fingerless gloves. So there's that project. So after that, I decided to make a pair of socks, which is going just fine. I finished one sock and I was just looking for it, and I can't find it at the moment. So I finished the first sock, and okay, it fits, but it's definitely not a sock that you would wear inside of a shoe. It's more like a house booty, which I'm totally fine with. But for proof that I am working on the other sock, this is it. Again, a super easy pattern. I saw it on YouTube, and if you're interested, I'll link the description or link to the tutorials to the other YouTubers that posted their tutorials on this. But this was super easy, worked up really quickly, and like I said, the YouTuber that did this, she did a really great job of like helping you size it to your foot and everything. I basically just went with her measurements because we basically wear the same shoe size. Anyway, so that's my other sock. It is going to get finished eventually. Then I had this grand idea of making a shawl. And the tutorial looked easy enough, and it probably is easy enough. I swear, I think it's my brain. When I say that I have frogged this project over and over and over again, I think probably close to six times that I have frogged the entire project and started over. I am using very cheap dollar place yarn. It's 100% acrylic. There's nothing fancy about it. It was like $1.50 for these little mini skeins or whatever, skeins. Anyway, this is probably like attempt number 5 or so, 4 or 5. And as you can see, it's like all warped and doesn't lay flat. And so I frogged it, and then I tried again, and then I frogged it, and then I tried it again with a different size hook, and then I tried it with tight tension, and I frogged it, and then I tried it with loose tension, and I frogged it. Nothing seemed to be working. So I'm part of a Facebook group, and I had reached out to them for some advice, and I got some good advice. Honestly, I think the main problem is the yarn. I need to just bite the bullet and get some better yarn. However, I finally decided I was going to try the biggest hook that I own, which I think is a 6.0. Just a cheap little plastic hook that I got when I first started just a couple months ago. And I have to say, I think it's gonna work. So here it is right now. This is the shawl. It's the same on each side. I think it looks pretty good, and it lays fairly flat. I am gonna borrow a steamer from a friend and steam it, and I think that'll help it also lay a little bit better. But I'm feeling pretty good about this. That being said, I have frogged this particular one, not all the way to the start, but several times. And now I'm at this point, right? Okay, so this is basically about the end of the tutorial. And supposedly you should know the tutorial, you should know the pattern enough by this point that you can just continue on. Y'all, I almost changed my major to mathematics. I don't know why I cannot seem to count to 4, 7, and 10, because those seem to be the only numbers you need to know for this pattern. And I, for the life of me, just keep messing it up somewhere and ending up skipping a hole or so I got to this point, and yeah, so you just keep repeating the rows and it gets bigger. Well, tonight I was working on it, and this next row that I'm attempting to work on, I have pulled it out, I think 5 times tonight. So I finally had to set it down and just walk away, because I just wanted to frog the entire thing once again and just say, you know what, I'm not making a shawl anymore, but I'm not going to give up yet. I'm going to stick with it. I'm going to start working on it again here in a few minutes. I'm going to put on some Bob's Burgers and just try to figure out, but like I said, in this point in the pattern, I should know what to do next, and I'm struggling. Anyway, that's what I've been working on. I'm doing good. The goats are doing great, and all is well. Rizzo is comfortably laying in front of the fireplace. There's the fireplace, and there's Rizzo. He's very happy in his warm little house. So I hope you all are doing wonderful this winter season. I hope the holidays are going to treat you well, have been treating you well, or maybe you don't celebrate the holidays at all, and I must say I applaud you. It's a rough time of year for a lot of people. So if you are struggling, I hope that tomorrow is better, and let me know what you're working on. Show me what you're working on. Ask me questions, whatever. I don't have a whole lot of advice, but anyway, take care, and I'll talk to y'all soon.